and welcome to Oz 10-pin Epping in Melbourne with the excitement of the prestigious Australian Bowling Cup. You're watching Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder with the nation's best bowlers teaming up to bowl for Australian glory. Featuring the triples Baker format with 6 teams of 3 players each. Each team contests 4 matches in qualifying, 2 points per win, 1 point per draw. Only the top 4 teams advance to the finals and then feature in a bowling battle for the Australian Bowling Cup. Round 2 action continues today with 2 tremendous shootouts, including the defending premiers later on. Vital points are on offer as these 4 teams attempt to keep their dream alive. Right now, and what a match this is going to be. The New South Wales strike. Glenn Loader, Min Hee Kim and Jordan Dinham taking on the Victorian All-Stars. Adam Hayes, Dina Buxton and the veteran Terry Wenban. This will be a great match. It's the strike up against the All-Stars. Glenn looking no doubt to really kickstart the campaign here in round 2.
Yeah, there was a couple of bad shots in the first match, but, you know, that's over now, so we've just got to regroup, move forward, and we're looking forward to the next match.
Any change of tactics at all? Will you change up the order?
No, I don't think so. We threw a lot of good shots in that first game. As I said, a couple of bad breaks, but the team is strong. We're happy, and, yeah, we're just looking to get out there and get a win.
Adam, how are you feeling after round 1? Small margins, I know. A couple of things go your way, and you're right in that contest.
Yeah, look, I think we just threw a few slow shots. The lanes they're quite hooking. You can't really miss left. I think we threw a couple of slow ones, missed a couple of spares. It's a good loosener. I think we'll only improve from here.
And as far as round 2 goes, a win here and you're right back into it, aren't you?
Oh, we think we can get 2 to 3 wins. We'll be bowling at the end. I think it'll be no problem.
Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder getting underway once again with round 2 action. And a terrific match that we have for you. It is the Victorian All-Stars up against New South Wales Strike. 2 very good teams. And as we saw in round 1 with the Victorian All-Stars, Chris, while they were beaten, they weren't all that far away. It was just very small margins led to them falling behind early in their contest.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they acknowledged as well after that last match that they maybe were bowling it a little bit slow. But yeah, it wasn't, I wouldn't say disaster points yet. Both teams, or especially I'd say the Victorian team, they have a lot to atone for in this game. Whereas I think the New South Wales team may have been a little bit more around the mark. But yeah, both teams are very, very, very good teams, so they'll be looking to have a better result here.
Glenn Loader, the captain of the New South Wales strike team. We'll be looking for a big outing here. He's such a confidence bowler, isn't he, Jeanette? Glenn?
Oh, he certainly is. When he's got his eye in, he's really tough to beat. I'm curious to see, because both teams are both coming off losses. They're looking to find a way back into the competition, and curious to see whether they actually change some of their lineup as to who bowls first, who's bowling second and who's bowling third.
So we're into round 2. The New South Wales strike up against the Vic All-Stars. And what will be the captain, Adam Hayes, to start things off for the Victorian All-Stars.
Yeah, you'll definitely be looking to get off to a hot start here.
That famous big deep breath before you get up for the first shot.
He wants a good start. There's no doubt about that. Here is Adam Hayes, the captain of the Victorian All-Stars, with the delivery, with the shot, with the strike.
It looks like he actually lost that one off the hand there, but still got the result.
He's having a laugh that he threw a bad shot and still managed to succeed. Don't you love reactive equipment?
There we go.
Great reaction there by Adam.
He's still going through it with his teammates. Here is, as we predicted, Min Hee Kim going first here for New South Wales strike. And, well, this is going to be a very difficult spare.
Yeah, it looks like the ball just hung down there at the end, so maybe just coming off that re-oil a little bit earlier, it looks like that ball just hung a little bit, so especially in future matches, for George and Jared, just on that left-hand side. There's probably some information for them to look at too, but you know, we'll see how we go.
Min Hee Kim with a difficult one here. And gets it! Wow, Min Hee Kim!
Great spare.
No difficulty at all for her.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Just bowling across lane with the spare ball, sliding the 3 into the 7. Exactly what you want to see, and that will get the team going.
Oh, that was terrific to watch. Good spare like that can quite often be better to watch than a regulation strike. Brilliant. Here's Dina Buxton. Wasting no time. Getting up there with her shot. And gets a strike, a double to get things underway here for the All-Stars.
It looks like they've rallied since their last match on this show, and they are coming out all guns blazing here.
There's also been a change of equipment. I've noticed that both Adam and Dina have changed the equipment that they used in their first round match, and now we get Jordan, who's also had a minor equipment change, up on the left lane.
The youngster, Jordan Dinham, and delivers a strike.
Great shot there from Jordan. I'd love to be able to throw a ball like that, and he's 13 years my junior. It's just amazing watching him bowl.
17 years of age, Jordan Dinham. Young enough to be this man's grandson. A legend of the sport, Terry Wenban. Can he keep the roll going? He can! Wow! Showtime here on Bowl Patrol, Rollin Thunder.
Great shot there from Terry. Just hit them thin, made them spin, and 10 down, bang.
He also has changed his angle from the pocket. He was going a bit more direct, and now he's moved a little bit left and throwing it a bit further right.
Now the skipper, Glenn Loader. Looks down. With his shot, he likes it. And why wouldn't he like it? It's another strike.
Great shot there from Glenn. Showed a bit of passion after that one too. Just round that 10 board at the break point, bang, and there it is. Glenn, not normally a very loud bowler, but he definitely yelled out a yes there.
Yeah, Adam Hayes wasn't happy with his first shot in this second round, but he delivered a strike.
And that's all he want.
With his shot, he likes it. It's a strike. Come on, a fist pump, and now the high fives coming. The All-Stars, after 4 frames, on track for a perfect score, but tipping at their heels for the New South Wales strike. This is high-quality stuff. Hope you're enjoying it. Bowl Patrol, Rollin Thunder. Min Hee Kim. Can she deliver a strike? With the delivery. Oh! They had a little think about it. There was a committee meeting, but all the pins went down.
Just tripping the 6 pin there. That could have very well been a 6, 7, 10 split there. As we'll see, no, not today, they go down.
It does not get any better than this as we enter the 5th. Dina Buxton. Can she deliver another strike for the All-Stars? Here it comes, it hooks, but looks a bit late.
Yeah, a little bit wide there from Dina. I think she knew that one straight off the hand, but yeah, take the spare. Looks like they're still in front at this point.
But you always live in hope, you know. If you throw it a bit right, you hope and pray that something's going to pick it up and move it to the left.
As we saw from Adam's first shot, where he just lost it off his hand and it still came back and struck. So, as you said, Jeanette, you always hope.
Here is Dina Buxton looking to spare the 5th frame. With her shot, she does.
Nice spare there from Dina.
Nice spare.
For those of you at home, if you're interested in going bowling once the match is over, feel free to access bowl.com.au, find a centre near you, go out and just have some fun.
Here's Jordan Dinham. And can he keep this roll going? He does with the strike. Jordan Dinham. We've got a thriller on our hands here in Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder. Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder continuing. It is going to be Terry Wenban for the Victorian All-Stars. There's the captain, Adam Hayes, on screen. Here's Terry. Ooh.
Yeah, just leaving the bucket there, does Terry. It looks like his first shot in this game was a little bit light as well and got the strike. But, yeah, I think he probably thought that was okay and it just didn't quite come up at the end there. But he'll definitely look to take the spare. Still a very close match. Just keep clean. Let's get back on the strike train as quickly as possible.
Here comes Terry. Looking for the spare. Got it. He got it.
So has the wheels fallen off the Victorian wagon?
I think the captain, Adam Hayes, would probably try and have something to say about that when he gets up next in the 7th frame. But the story at the moment, Glenn Loader getting up here to give his team 5 in a row, take a bit of a lead.
Still on track for a score of 290. Heading into this, the 6th. Here's Glenn Loader. Oh. Well, we've still very much got a contest on our hands.
Absolutely. Great shot there from Glenn. With a spare here, it'll give them a 6-pin lead. So could have been a lot more, but there's not much more he could have done about that. That was a great shot.
He was happy with the execution, just disappointed in the result.
Glenn Loader looking to spare. His lead has chopped and changed. With the delivery and with the spare. That's one of the key things, Chris, for Victoria. Even though the strikes dried up and they had a couple of disappointing frames, at least they didn't leave an open frame.
Yeah, absolutely. So starting off with the 4-bagger, and some of these matches, you have the team start off with 3 or 4 strikes and then open a frame and let that other team back in it. So they've reduced the damage with those spares. They're only 6 pins down, could be a lot more.
Well, he's had 2 strikes in this 2nd round match as the skipper. Adam Hayes delivers here. He wants a 3rd one and gets it. He liked that one. Adam Hayes, the skipper.
Excellent shot there from Adam. Just keeping his team up, saying, come on, guys, we're right in it.
A true captain's shot. Lead by example, encouraging his team to follow his example and just keep striking.
Tremendous from Adam Hayes. Now it's Min Hee Kim. Who's going to win this match is anyone's guess. Min Hee Kim with the delivery and likes it. Gets the strike.
Excellent shot there from Min Hee, just blowing that 5-pin into that 10. Had no chance of standing.
She blew the 5-pin and then blew a kiss to the crowd as well too. She liked that one.
Great reaction there from Min Hee.
So it's a frame-by-frame proposition here. Only 6 pins the difference between the 2 teams coming into the 8th frame.
Tina Buxton starts off the 8th frame with her shot. And, ooh! Well, I think when she delivered that, she really liked it and very unlucky there not to get the strike.
Yeah, looking at the replay here, it looks like it was good too. Yeah, just in that last 15 feet, just turned really sharply.
The one thing we've got to remember is the hardest element in bowling is the element you can't see, which is the oil on the lane.
Absolutely.
You can't see where it's moved, how it's moved, right? Because with bowling balls going down, so it's all sometimes a wish and a prayer. She made an adjustment. She thought it was a good adjustment, but just left that 4-pin.
Jordan Dinham looking now to help the hot shots with a double. Born in 2001.
It's ridiculous.
With his shot and with a strike. Jordan Dinham, the youngster.
It's just like watching a shot on repeat. It's just so good to watch. And just at such a young age, he's just well beyond his years. And there's that 6-pin just kicks out the 10 there.
Well, Terry Winband needs a strike to keep the All-Stars in the contest. And Winband delivery can't. Terry's disappointed with that one.
Went the wall shot through that first target indicator, mixed them up, but didn't quite carry that 7-pin in the left-hand corner.
And Terry very much wears his heart on his sleeve. You can see what that shot meant to him then, just putting his head in his hands. Just look to get the spare here.
And gets the spare. They need a slip up now from New South Wales strike.
Yeah,
if you're relying on the team to get a slip up, you don't want to see this man with the ball in his hand.
No, not at all. As I've mentioned previous matches, every bowling centre he walks into, it's his house. Let's see if he charges rain.
Has he given you these lines to use?
No.
Here is Glenn Loader. Can he produce a captain's knock here? Oh!
Almost a mirror shot of what Terry just did.
Yeah, absolutely. Except with about 300 more RPMs. It's a great shot. There's nothing you can do about that as a bowler. There's not much more he could have done at all.
Glenn Loader will look to spare this, the 9th. Another high-quality match. They'll
still have a nice lead going into the 10th frame, so with a spare here, they'll still have I believe, a 16-pin lead going into the 10th.
And he's successful, so we go into the 10th. And the highest possible score here for the Victorian All-Stars is 232. And you'd have to think that Adam Hayes here, the captain, will be looking for a triple here. He's been perfect so far in this match as the captain.
Definitely must strike right now and then probably follow it up with another one to have any type of chance here.
So the skipper, Adam Hayes, in the 10th. With his shot. And gets a strike. Well, he is well and truly in the zone here, the captain.
Awesome shot there from Adam. He definitely knows the score, though. He knows he needs one more just to put the pressure right back on New South Wales. If he gets another strike, it'll force, and then good count on the field ball, it'll force New South Wales to get a mark in the 10th frame.
Does Glenn Loader take the 10th for New South Wales, do you think?
I personally would go for Jordan. He just did not look like missing in that game. And, yeah, I would go for Jordan.
We're yet to see an open frame in this match. High quality stuff. Adam Hayes. He's been perfect so far, and he's been perfect again.
He knows he got away a little bit there. Didn't look like the look of it, but got the strike. This last shot also important, so he needs, I believe, he needs 6 pins at least, which I'd probably put him down to do, and that will make New South Wales get some sort of spare or strike in the 10th frame. Massive shot here coming up for Adam.
Big strike needed here for the Victorian All-Stars. What a match he's had, though, the skipper.
Hasn't missed.
He's 5 from 5. Looking for 6 from 6. He likes it and just misses.
Still got the count, though, so...
Outstanding.
we go. Great finish there from Adam. And it looks like Jordan is going to actually get up and throw this 10th frame. So any type of mark here for Jordan, and it's game over.
So 2:31, the Victorian All-Stars.
Big improvement on their last game, that's for sure.
And here is Jordan Dinham.
This would be a 9 or better shot.
Yep.
Nothing fancy.
With his shot, and gets the strike.
Unbelievable shot there from Jordan. Just needed a mark and he just puts 10 in the pit.
Brilliant. Another high-quality match, though, all the same.
If he can go off the sheet, it's going to be 2:48 for New South Wales. Victoria finishing with 2:31. Very high scores, beautiful, clean game. So the standard is really improving.
Here is Jordan Dinham. Such confidence that the captain has in him. Getting him to bowl. The 10th frame. And another strike. Brilliant again. They're going to win. And winning with style.
Absolutely. Can finish with a 2:48 here if he gets a strike on the field ball, making his mum, who's in the crowd, very, very proud.
But almost like that, the game was designed when Minnie picked up that split in the very first frame. That must have given the whole group confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. A much needed boost there at the start, and then they've just rolled on from there.
So here he is. And finishes there with a 9. But a terrific performance here by the New South Wales Strike, and they have defeated the Victorian All-Stars, who also put in a great performance in this round 2 match. The New South Wales Strike with the victory. Well, another match here, Chris, of the highest quality, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Victoria getting off to the hot start. Adam there with the ball coming off the hand early, but got the strike. Dina and Terry followed on, and then young Jordan Dinham just strike after strike after strike.
17 years of age and under pressure delivering. Mind you, the Victorian All-Stars didn't go away either.
No, not at all. They bowled a great game of 2:31. Just got done there at the end by Jordan and the New South Wales team, so they've done really, really well here.
Yeah, the competition really hotting up here in Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder. That was a match of the highest quality. Tremendous stuff to watch. Some thrilling entertainment, and unfortunate there, even though, as we saw, an improved performance from the Vic All-Stars, they weren't able to get it done thanks largely to that youngster there on screen. Young Jordan at 17 years of age, delivering for the New South Wales team. The New South Wales Strike getting the victory.
Congratulations, the team had their first win, broken into it. How good does it feel?
Feels good. It's been a long time coming for Team Kingpins City, but we're finally there.
What about that first frame where Minnie converted that split? That must have got you guys fired up.
I think it's just what we needed. After the first game, we had not the greatest game. For Minnie to pick that up, it really got us on our way.
Fantastic effort. Good luck for the rest.
Thank you.
Here's a fun way for children to learn the sport of 10-pin bowling. Bowl Patrol is a program to teach kids aged 6 to 12 the basic skills. Why not learn how to bowl now with a qualified instructor? Go to bowlpatrol.com.au. Well, joining us now is the CEO of 10-Pin Bowling Australia, Cara Honeychurch, of course, to a Commonwealth Games gold medalist in the sport. Cara, terrific things happening in the sport, isn't it, at the moment, especially too around the announcement that Jason Belmonte, one of our great ones, will be an ambassador for the Bowl Patrol program.
Yeah, we are absolutely thrilled to recently announce our partnership with Jason Belmonte. We are so incredibly proud of everything that he's done in the sport, and to have him as an ambassador for Bowl Patrol. We're very passionate about making sure that children join our sport and have a future and follow in Jason's footsteps. So to have somebody like Jason being the ambassador of our program, we're incredibly excited and proud about the opportunities.
And Bowl Patrol just going from strength to strength.
It is. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic program for all children to get involved in. Bowling, we know is a great recreation, but it's also got a fantastic pathway in the sport. And Bowl Patrol, if you want to learn for children aged 6 to 12, this is the way to learn to start to bowl.
Well, it is terrific, Bowl Patrol. We're really enjoying the program and seeing how it's growing. Good on you, Cara. Thanks for your time. We'll catch up with you again throughout the tournament.
Great. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder action continues after the break with the defending champions in a super showdown against David Porto's Victorian Kingpins. Welcome back to Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder. You're watching Australia's best line up the lanes here at Oz 10-pin Epping in Melbourne. Here we go with match 6 of the tournament, rounding out round 2. Queensland Rollin Thunder head-to-head with the Kingpins from Victoria. George, from where you left off last year, perfect start in round 1. Look to keep that momentum going here now in round 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect start. We lanes have played a little bit differently to last year, but all the team bowled fantastic. We played the lanes very smart, and great result. Haven't lost yet, have we?
No, you haven't. But as far as Alexia and Jared goes, I mean, terrific for you as captain. That you know you've got 2 exceptional, talented bowlers there with you.
I think if you add their ages together, it comes to my age, and I have 2 superstars that I get to work with this tournament. So very proud. They have my support. I'm helping them line up, and we're striking a lot.
Well, David, certainly got the crowd support there behind you, looking to consolidate now here for round 2.
Yeah, I hope so. Round 1 was a little disappointing. I mean, it's a bit hard when you're up against the best bowler in the world, finishing off the last frame. So, yeah, fingers crossed in round 2.
What do you do there when someone like Belmo gets on a roll? You just got to focus on yourselves as a team? Yeah, just focus on your own shot, one shot at a time, and basically don't even look at their scoreboard. Just focus on what you're doing, because overall it's going to come down to pinfall at the end on the finals. So, bowl your own game, and if you win, it's a bonus. Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder continuing, and what a matchup we've got here now for you. It is Queensland Rollin Thunder up against the Vic Kingpins. Terrific match in store, and captain there of the Queensland team, Queensland Rollin Thunder, George Falingos, Hollywood George as he's known, and the captain of the Queensland team there. Oh, very good in round 1. Up against the Vic Kingpins, led by that man on screen, David Porto. This will be a terrific matchup. And we've got Jason Belmonte joining us here in the commentary area for this match. Jason, how are you enjoying this second edition so far of Rollin Thunder?
G'day guys, g'day everyone at home. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving Rollin Thunder 2.0. It's been a really great beginning to the event. We're now, getting into the crux of it all, and in the next few weeks we're going to see a champion team. Hopefully it's New South Wales Hot Shots, but we're going to see some pretty good bowling today. That's going to make me convince me otherwise.
Must make you feel very good as well that we've got, from a 17-year-old involved, we've got some of the veterans of the sport involved as well. We've got a great mix of the elite bowlers in Australia involved. Yeah,
and that's one of the things that I think bowling, has on its side as an advantage is, you don't have to be, 6'8" like a basketballer to be a professional. You can be young, you can be a little older. Females and males can compete together, and it just comes down to who's going to be able to throw the ball accurately, repetitively, and to get the ball to go through the pins. And the pins don't care who's throwing the ball; it can be anyone.
Alexa 6 here for Queensland to get things underway, and leaves 3 pins standing here. Yeah,
just coming in a little bit light. Looks like the ball just hung there around the break point. Maybe also got it a little bit further right there, just leaving the 278.
So opening things up here for Queensland.
Yeah, certainly a tricky little spare here. She's going to want to hit to the right side of that 2-pin. So the ball will take the 2 and the 8-pin, and then the 2-pin, hopefully, will take out the 7-pin for her. If she misses this on the left side of target, she may take the 2-7 but leave the 8. So it's a little bit tricky.
Oh, there it is. Ooh. And that's what happened there in the end.
Yeah, I mean, she was probably, maybe a couple of inches further to the right. The pins would have done their job. A couple more to the left, she would have left the 8-pin. It's why it's a really tricky little spare.
Here is Nick Davis now for the Vic Kingpins. To open things up with leaving one standing. I was about to call it as a strike.
It's a great shot there from Nick. The ball's just finished that strongly. It's just gone past the 9-pin there.
Yeah, talk about centimetres. I mean, we're talking about, 2 or 3 centimetres there of deflection needed for the 9-pin to fall as it is. The 9-pin stands. Should be an easy conversion, and there he goes, makes the spare.
So he does make the spare.
It's one of the things that makes bowling really, really complicated at times. Is it's not just about hitting the pocket. It's about making sure that you hit the pocket in the right angle to make sure that the ball does its job hitting all the pins, and then those pins carry on and ricochet into the other pins. Just a little bit off here or there can result in a shot just like that.
He's been on fire here, Jared Langford, and he likes that one too. A strike.
Yeah, bar just one test ball that he threw earlier. He's literally just been looking like he can't miss. It's just shot after shot, 10 in the pit, exactly the same as that one.
A terrific one there from Jared Langford.
And that's exactly what your team wants after an open frame, is you want that next person to step up, give the team a little bit more confidence again, throw in that high flush 10 back shot.
Jaden Pinella, and with a strike.
Missed a lot left on that one, just hitting the head pin very, very light on the left-hand side, getting the light Brooklyn, but had a bit of a wry smile coming back from that one. He'll take it.
Yeah, Nick probably thought he deserved the strike, got the 9, and Jaden probably thought he deserved the 9 and got the strike. So it's the bowling gods are repaying them back.
Here is the skipper of the Queensland team, George Frelingos. Ooh, he was almost going up there in celebration of a strike.
It was right in his wheelhouse, outside 10 on the left, and yeah, around that first arrow, maybe in between. Just ball didn't quite just go through the pins there, just leaving the 7.
Here is George to close out the frame. And he does.
Yeah, very, very good spare shooters, George.
Yeah, George, the elder statesman of Australian bowling, and it's one of the things you can always count on, with George, is his ability to throw quality shots. If they don't all fall over, you also have a pretty high confidence level in his sparing ability.
Here comes the Italian stallion, David Porto.
With his shot here in the 3rd frame for the Kingpins. The crowd's buying up, he's buying up. High five going everywhere. David Porto, tremendous.
Yeah, he's got a bit of an entourage here today in the crowd, so as he gave Dave Hurst there a high five.
Yeah, and that's what you want your captain to do, is after your team gets a fortunate strike there in the 2nd with Jaden going Brooklyn, you want your captain to then step up and capitalise on that, roll in the double, puts a little bit more pressure now on the Queensland Rolling Thunder team.
Here is Alexis Hicks. With her shot here in the 4th.
Yeah, that one was definitely wide of target there, just missing quite a bit to the right, just leaving the wash out.
How will she be thinking spare here, Jason?
Well, depends on her approach. She may use the same ball, move her feet further to the right, her target further to the left, and essentially try to roll a Brooklyn strike, sending the head pin to the right side to take the 10 out. That's exactly what she's doing here. So we're going to want to see this ball hook to the left side of the head pin and send that ball into the 2-4 and the head pin over to the 10 pin.
Here we go. Nearly, and as we say, well, you said earlier too, such small margins.
Yeah, I mean, Alexia won't be too happy with those first 2 shots that she's thrown there. Both of them coming in a little bit light. That one, I think, was just more of a hesitant spare shot as well at the washout. She'll have to let go of that. Hopefully her captain will be able to just give her a little confidence, give her a little tap on the shoulder and tell her it's going to be okay. I mean, it's still early days. Anything is possible.
Here's Nick Davis with a strike. They're on fire here at Turkey for the Kingpins.
Great shot there again from Nick. Ball striding through the pins again, but as Belmo said earlier, just that margin and the ball took the pin out that time.
Yeah, well, anything's possible for the Queensland team unless the Victorian team keeps doing that. And then it's not looking good for the Rollin Thunder. But if there is a team that can string them together, it is this Queensland team, and it's going to have to start right now with Mr. Jared Langford.
Well, he has been one of the individual bowlers of Rollin Thunder so far. He just can't miss at the moment.
Just another, it's like it's on repeat. Another great shot there from Jared. And as we've seen through a lot of these matches so far, a team that's down early can rally back with 4 or 5 in a row, and it's game on.
A very intense player too, isn't he? I feel like his stare can knock over a couple of pins on its own. And then he throws this, huge hooking curveball, which demoralises the pins as well.
Victoria on a roll. In this, the 5th, they get a strike. The Victoria Kingpins certainly on a roll here in this match against Queensland. Back at Bowl Patrol, Rollin Thunder. Here is George Frelingos. Can he produce a strike here to keep the pressure going?
Yeah, we're only halfway through the game, but I'm pretty confident to call it now. This needs to be a strike for their team to get back into this.
And it's not.
Yeah, I don't think he quite liked that one. Looked a little bit inside, and he's also looks like he threw it a bit quick as well, so just leaving the flat 7-pin.
And when your opposition are staring down the barrel of a 290 score, needed that.
Yeah, I mean, it's still important to make this spare. Now, the Queensland team are going to really rely on a lot of help from this Victorian team to get them back into this match. A couple more strikes here from the Victorian team would all but seal the deal. And then I probably wouldn't be too surprised if we see George talk to his team and maybe even use the rest of this game as a potential, experimental thing. We'll grab a couple of different bowling balls, play a different couple of lines in case, in the later rounds, they experience something like this again.
And they've had the win in round 1. Top 4 teams going through to the semi-finals. David Porto. And won't fall.
Very fortunate not to leave a big split there. Still nearly even got the strike going through the nose. But, yeah, the captain will be happy to take the spare here, I think.
You heard him yell the word push as the ball's about halfway down the lane. He knew as soon as he let go of that ball, it was inside of target. So he wanted that ball to push down the lane before it started to curve, knowing he needed a lot more length before it did make its curve to the pocket. Unfortunately, didn't get the push he was looking for, but like we've seen, an easy spare conversion covers it up, and that's really what his team needs to do now. Stay clean, keep the pin count high, and they'll get the W.
Alexia Hicks looking to throw down a strike and hope for a falter from the Kingpins.
We'll see what adjustment here Miss Hicks has made. We're either going to see her ball aimed further left, or she's going to keep her target the same and move her eyes further right. It looks like she's staying in the same spot and going to move her eyes a little further left.
Alexia Hicks with the shot and the strike.
Fortunate to get the break there, just knocking the 4-pin down. But as you said, Belma, I think she did move her target a little bit further left there, and yeah, got away with the break.
Yeah, she used a much straighter angle. Obviously got the fortunate break onto that 4-pin, but you know, if you're in and around that area, you're going to strike or have a much higher strike percentage, so that'll give her a lot of confidence, especially into the next rounds. Don't think we're going to see Miss Hicks play another shot today.
And Nick Davis, well, he's on fire.
The local specialist, Nick Davis, knows these lanes better than anyone. Just absolutely smashing through those pins. Watch this ball just go bang, drives through the pins. That ball could have almost, that was in between the 4 and the 8 pin.
Jared Langford. For the Queensland team.
Yeah, I might make a bold prediction here and say strike.
It's going out on a limb.
Well, here we go. There it is. I mean, you're one of the few people who can ask about this. How does it feel when you are just in the zone, as clearly he has been now for, well, when last time we saw them in round 1, and now he's picked it up here where he left off.
It's one of those feelings that you actually can't explain. It's just you just grow in confidence. It becomes easier to do that as you continue to keep striking, and you almost feel like you want to set up 20 pins down there and give yourself a bit of a challenge.
Jaden Piniella leaving 3-pin standing.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster this game for Jaden. Going Brooklyn the first one, the second shot was great in the pocket, and that one was a bit light, just leaving the 2-4-8 there.
Yeah, certainly not a difficult spare. All he has to do basically right here is curve that ball into the 2-8 and be a little heavier on the 2-pin. The 2-pin will take the 4, the ball will take the 2-8. A little light. You can see the 2-pin leave the 4-pin, but that looks pretty good.
Ed doesn't leave an open frame there after the 8. He spares it.
So yeah, the Rolling Thunder can only max out here for a 2-13, so they have to keep striking to have any chance. Even if the Vic team don't open a frame, they just keep clean, they're going to be in the 220s. So must strike situation here for George.
Yeah, must strike and need a little help from the opposing team. I would imagine now after seeing the 2 7-pins from George, we're going to see this one go a little bit more into the pocket and get the strike.
There's the strike. Well, they're not going to go away here, the Queensland Rollin Thunder team.
Yeah, he got through that ball a lot better. Had a much higher rotation. The ball went to the outside part of the lane, a little further to the left, so it saw the friction. When it sees that friction, it'll want to start hooking towards the pocket and really drive in with the right angle, and that's exactly why on that particular shot we didn't see a 7-pin stand for George. But right now, a strike here from the captain would basically seal it up. They would only need pin count in the 10th frame.
Here he is, David Porter. Bang! There it is.
Enormous shot there from the Italian stallion. 10 in the pit when it mattered.
There's no surprise that Jared Langford is going to be taking the 10th frame for Queensland, but there's the shot there of David Porto striking the 9th. Tremendous.
So here's the story right now. Jared gets all 3 in the 10th. It'll force the Victorians to get a total pinfall of 9 in 2 shots to win the match.
Langford with a strike. Yet another one.
There's one. Although at this point, if I'm not sure who will be throwing the shot there in the 10th frame. My guess would be Nick Davis. He's looked really great. And if I'm Nick at this particular point, I'm thinking, you do what you got to do over there, Jared. I don't really care. All I need is 9 in 2 shots. So I'm going to give it my best 2 shots, and hopefully just 1 to get the strike and be done with. But right now, it's really inconsequential as the other player watching Jared bowl this frame.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, a bit of a shake of the head there from Jared. I'm not sure whether that was a bad break or if he didn't quite get all of that. Well, every shot he throws looks like he gets all of it, but just leaving the ringing 7 there.
Where does he stand in the world of 10-pin bowling, Jason, in the amount of revs and the sheer velocity of the shots that he produces?
You know, he's certainly a high rev player globally. One of the things that I would love to see Jared learn in his game is actually to decrease his rev rate. So when you have such a high rev rate, yes, your strike percentage can go up, but as the lane conditions change, as the patterns become more and more difficult, those extra revs can actually become harder to control. So when you do start to travel to the professional tour in the US in particular, you know, the lane patterns that we're playing on are a little bit difficult compared to what we're playing here, and that would be a part of his game that I would love to see.
David Porto.
That's enough for the win.
Yeah, that's all he needed.
But yeah, I mean, Jared, most of the two-handed players that we have here, globally speaking, are certainly in the top echelon of rev rate. Now it's all about controlling that rev rate when you're competing against the best in the world.
So yeah, even if Porto misses this, you'll still finish on 217. Rollin Thunder finished on 202, so Victoria will take the chocolates in this one.
And a comprehensive victory it is here for the Vic Kingpins. The team of David Porto, Jaden Pinella and Nick Davis getting the victory. And he'll try to finish it off in style here, David Porto.
Absolutely. You always want to go off of a strike. Just build a bit more confidence for your next match.
Well, I'll tell you what this win will do for the Victorians is it'll certainly bunch up the all 6 teams here now. No, only one team with the two victories. Everyone else with a win and a loss, except for, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Victorian All-Stars who are 0-2. But that certainly means that they are not out of it now either.
And he finishes in style, David Porto. A terrific performance there by the team, the Vic Kingpins, getting the victory over Queensland Rollin Thunder. Jason, thanks for joining us in commentary for this match. And
absolutely.
Good luck for the remaining weeks ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hopefully I'm not in here too often. I'd like to be on the lanes more.
Well, let's hope that we see you in the semi-finals and the finals. Good luck for the rest of the tournament there. Jason Belmonte joining us. Well done to the Vic Kingpins getting the victory. Well, we saw a terrific match, didn't we, between the Vic Kingpins, who got the win in the end over the Queensland Rollin Thunder side. First time that team has tasted defeat, but a big win there for the locals.
Yeah, absolutely. They got off to a really hot start. Lots of strikes, maybe a couple of lucky breaks as well there for the Vic Kingpins, but they definitely did enough to take the chocolates out.
Yeah, it was a slow start for the Queensland team. They came home, tried to put a bit of pressure on, but it's hard to put pressure on when the opposition keeps producing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always hard when you're on the back foot, and they did their best to get back, but the Kingpins just got the job done. Yeah,
there's David Porto, who was absolutely tremendous. Big victory there to the Vic Kingpins over Queensland Rollin Thunder. So after the second round of competition, the Northern Territory Cyclones out in front on 4 points. Then it comes down to pinfall. The Victorian Kingpins in second place on 2, just ahead of the New South Wales Hotshots, Queensland Rollin Thunder and New South Wales Strike. The Vic All-Stars yet to register a point.
Well, David, that was a great win by your team.
Yeah, it was unreal. We got off to a good start and just capitalised on our opportunities. It was really good.
The scores seem to be getting higher. What do you put that down to?
Just people getting used to the sensor. The nerves sort of coming down after the first round. They're the 2 things that I think are contributing to it.
Here's a fun way for children to learn the sport of 10-pin bowling. Bowl Patrol is a program to teach kids aged 6 to 12 the basic skills. Why not learn how to bowl now with a qualified instructor? Go to bowlpatrol.com.au. Join us next time when we return with another 2 exciting games. We've got the Vic All-Stars up against the New South Wales Hot Shots, a must-win game for the Vic All-Stars as they look to stay in finals contention. Then we'll see the New South Wales Strike headed up there by Glenn Loader taking on Queensland Rolling Thunder. Round 3 of the Australian Bowling Cup, and you can see all our very best bowlers shoot it out. This is Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder. Bye for now.